let me ask you something about where you eat. Well, not necessarily eating at home, but for casual dining, where do you go to? Your favorite restaurant. Now, you could have your favorite local restaurants. One of my favorites has been for many, many years, dating clear back to the 1970s, was a place called El Azteca. And it's a family-owned restaurant. It's a house converted into a restaurant. And by a couple who I know, and their daughter went to high school with my daughter. But that's been a favorite restaurant. But for casual dining, national style, where do you think America goes to eat? Well, it turns out that since 2018, the number one casual dining restaurant in America was Olive Garden. That's right. Olive Garden was the national restaurant. Everybody went to eat there. Well, that's been dethroned, folks. Since 2018, they've been number one, but now they're no longer number one. They've dropped down to number two. Who's number one? Believe it or not, the number one casual dining restaurant in America post-COVID is Texas Roadhouse. That's right, Texas Roadhouse. Apparently, America has decided to move from pasta to beef. Nothing wrong with that. If you like beef, you like beef. Texas Roadhouse, a different style, different concept. Remember the old days, they used to give you peanuts, you throw them on the floor. You don't do that anymore. If you want peanuts, you got to ask for them. I want to keep the place nice and neat. Recently, my wife and I have dined there a few times. Food's pretty good, pretty decent, and you get a good value for your money. So, America's food choices are changing, and they're altering. But you ask yourself, okay, where else do people eat? What are the big restaurants in America that people like to go to? Well, like I said, Texas Roadhouse is now number one, $5.5 billion a year. Olive Garden, $5.2 billion, second place. Third place, surprisingly enough, is Chili's. I think we've had a Chili's here in this town, but I don't think it's done well. But number four, eating good in the neighborhood, folks, Applebee's. Yep, I am a fan of Applebee's. Myself and my attorneys and what have you have dined there frequently over the number of years. Applebee's, good food. Buffalo Wild Wings, when my kids were younger, they actually worked there. And then, of course, the Longhorn Steakhouse, the Outback Steakhouse. I think we're down to one in our market. The Cheesecake Factory, we don't have one here, but Indy does, so hey, good for them. Number 9 on the list is Red Lobster. Used to like Red Lobster and haven't dined there for a very long time. They're down to $1.7 billion a year in some places. Red Lobsters, well, people are not craving seafood like they did because seafood's gotten, pretty expensive. And finally, last but not least, the number 10 on the list, Red Robin. We had Red Robin in this market. I was here for a while. The burger's fine. Didn't have any problem only eating there once. But now, well, America has decided to eat and spend money with none other than Texas Roadhouse. And when you see a Texas Roadhouse, they all look the same, right? I mean, that's what they look like. You see one. I was down in Indy a few days ago, driving by, hey, there's a Texas Roadhouse. You identify it sort of like you identify an Olive Garden. They all look the same, but they are what they are. Casual dining. This is what America likes. And since the end of COVID, apparently our tastes have changed. And we want to have food that tastes, well, more American, more regular. And it's what makes American happy. So now you know. What used to be number one, Olive Garden, is now number 2. And now Texas Roadhouse is America's favorite because America eats beef.